Dhananand and Kautilya, the rise of an empire. Over 2000 years ago, in the 4th century BCE, the city of Pataliputra stood as the jewel of India. Wide streets bustled with traders, the markets overflowed with silks, spices, and gems, and the mighty Ganges River flowed beside the city walls. At its heart stood the magnificent palace of King Dhananand, ruler of the powerful Nanda Empire. Dhananand was one of the richest kings in history. His treasury overflowed with gold coins, sparkling jewels, and rare treasures from distant lands. But along with his wealth came arrogance and greed. He taxed his people heavily to fund his luxuries and surrounded himself with flattering courtiers who told him only what he wanted to hear.
Far away from this royal luxury, in the great learning center of Takshashila, lived a scholar named Kautilya. Known for his sharp mind and deep understanding of politics and war, Kautilya was respected by kings and students alike. He believed that India needed unity and strong leadership, for on the northwest borders, the shadow of foreign invasion was growing. Kautilya decided to go to Patliputra and speak directly to King Dhananand. He hoped to convince the ruler to think beyond his wealth and prepare the empire for the challenges ahead. When Kautilya arrived at the royal court, dressed in his simple Brahman robes, he stood out among the richly dressed nobles. He spoke with passion and clarity, urging the king to unite the land for the safety of its people. But Dhananand saw no wisdom, only a poor scholar daring to advise him. He mocked Kautilya's appearance, insulted him before the court, and ordered the guards to throw him out. The courtiers laughed as Kautilya was dragged away. Outside the palace gates, Kautilya stood still, his face calm but his heart burning with anger. In that moment, he untied his shikha, the tuft of hair worn by Brahmins, and made a powerful vow: he would not dye his hair again until the Nanda dynasty was destroyed. Kautilya began his mission. He knew defeating the Nandas would require not only courage but also the right leader, someone young, fearless, and able to inspire others. He traveled through towns, villages, and forests, watching people carefully. One day, in a small village, he saw a group of boys playing. Among them was a boy named Chandragupta, leading his friends in a game of kings and soldiers. Even in play, the boy showed authority, fairness, and courage. Kautilya recognized the spark of a future ruler. He approached Chandragupta and asked about his life, eventually taking him under his care. Kautilya began training Chandragupta, not only in the art of war but also in the art of ruling a kingdom. They studied ancient scriptures, discussed justice, learned strategy, and practiced diplomacy. Chandragupta also trained with weapons, learned horse riding, and mastered archery. Over the years, the boy grew into a strong and wise young man. When the time was right, Kautilya and Chandragupta began building an army. They traveled to small kingdoms and tribes, forming alliances with rulers who had suffered under Dhananand's heavy taxes and cruelty. Blacksmiths forged weapons, soldiers trained day and night, and messengers carried secret plans. Their campaign began at the edges of the Nanda Empire. They attacked small outposts, surprising the enemy and winning quick victories. Wherever they went, people welcomed Chandragupta as a liberator. Dhananand, hearing of these battles, dismissed them as minor troubles, unaware that the storm was growing. As the months passed, Chandragupta's army grew larger. Even some of Dhananand's own soldiers deserted and joined the rebellion. Finally, the time came to strike at the heart of the empire, Patliputra itself. The city was surrounded. The siege lasted for days, with fierce fighting at the gates. Kautilya directed the battle with brilliant strategy, while Chandragupta fought alongside his men. At last, the gates fell, and the rebel army entered the city. Inside the palace, Dhananand faced Chandragupta. The once proud king was now desperate. His crown fell to the ground, and the Nanda dynasty came to an end. Kautilya, having kept his vow, tied his hair again. Chandragupta Maurya was crowned as the first emperor of the Mauryan Empire. Together, they built a kingdom that was strong, fair, and united. Roads were built, trade flourished, and laws were made to protect the people. The story of Dhananand and Kautilya became a legend, a tale of how wisdom and determination can topple even the mightiest of rulers, and how a scholar and a young leader changed the fate of a nation forever.